Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to COBOL. Prior to this session, we have already discussed the initialize keyword. So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we will just discuss how we can utilize initialize keyword with replacing. Okay. So those who have not watched the previously published session, I recommend you to please go and check out the previously published sessions, because those these all sessions are in a proper sequence and sync. So if you refer the entire playlist in a sequentially manner, then it would be very much easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for now we are just focusing on the main topic, which is initialize keyword, right? But if you don't know about the basics, like what is the actual procedure to use the divisions in program, right? So then it would be a bit difficult for you. So it's always better to go and check out previous session for clearing the basics, and then one by one, like as I mentioned, these sessions are in the sequence, so it would help you to uh, clear your concepts for the ongoing topic. Okay, so fine. And as I mentioned, like in this session, we are just going to talk about the initialize why replacing. Okay, so for that, I have already created one program with the name testpgm1. So I'll just walk you through the code, explain you the lines, and later on we will see the output as well. Clear? So yeah, I think we are good to start the program. So taking option 2 over here. So the first thing that we mention in every program, every COBOL program, is identification division. So here you can see we have identification division, where program ID is denoting the program name. So if someone asks you what is identification division, then you can simply say whenever you are storing the program identity related information into a program, into a source code, then you will utilize the identification division block. So here program ID is denoting the program name, author is denoting the author name. Now below to this, what we are doing, we have initiated the comment line. So to initiate the comment line, what we are supposed to do, just place your cursor to the seventh position. So here, from here you can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So this is the seventh position. So on seventh position, when you put asterisk, after that whatever you will write will be considered as a comment line. Okay, so these things are comment. Okay, these three line. And if your comment line is not coming in a white color, it's completely okay, because I have applied some additional setting in order to change my comment color. But if in your case it is coming with a default color, it's completely fine, it will not impact your code. Okay, all right. So with this, these three comment line, we just showed the topic name, which is data initialization with replacing. Okay, all right. So let's see how we are utilizing it. So for that, firstly we need to declare the data division. So here we can see we have initiated the data division, and just after data division we have mentioned the working storage section. Now what is working storage section? Working storage section is mainly used to store or declare all the variables that we are going to utilize throughout the program. For this example, I just need one variable, that's why I have declared only one variable in this working storage section. But if in your project or in your task you need more than one variable, yes, you can declare all those variables, whatever you want to use, into this working storage section. Clear? So let's see how we are declaring the variable. So to declare the variable, you just need to specify the level number. So here I am specifying the first thing is level number, which is 01, denoting higher data hierarchy. Then we have user ID, which is denoting the data name or a variable name. Now what is data name and variable name? Whenever you want to access this variable, you will utilize this variable name or data name. Okay. Then we have PIC denoting the picture clause, and 9 of 2 is denoting numeric 2-digit value. Afterwards, from line number 14, we have initiated the main logic of the program, because you know that under this procedure division we always write the main logic of the program. So variable declaration is done. Line number 12, with line number 12 we have just declared one variable which can hold up to 2-digit numeric value, and its name is user ID. Okay, now in the main logic what we are doing, we are firstly displaying the things without any modification. Just to show you the before after image, firstly I'm displaying display before initialize, which is just a hard coded text for the user to see on the screen. So it will show before initialize. Then we are using display command with user ID variable. Make sure make it very clear that so far we have not applied anything, right? So user ID would be user ID, and we will print, just simply print it. Once it is displayed, after that we will actually use the initialize keyword with replacing. Clear? So let's see how we are utilizing. Initialize user ID replacing numeric by 5. So what it will do, it will initialize your user ID variable and replacing by numeric 5, replacing numeric by 5. So how we can understand this thing? Okay, so we know that the initialize keyword resets the variable to its default value. If we talk about numeric variable, then we have default value as 0 0 because we have 2-digit value, right? So here you can see I'm just showing you how it will work. So 0 0 is denoting the default value for numeric variable user ID. Just after that, what we are doing, we are replacing it with 5. So I'm just using 5 here. So this is the 5. Okay, so this would be the final output for after line number 18 is processed. Clear? So let me remove this. I'll explain you while showing you the output as well, so no problem. Alright, so line number 18 will replace the default value with 5 because we have mentioned it that initialize user ID replacing numeric by 5. Then we are displaying the after initialize display user ID user ID. So what it will do, it will display both it will display firstly the text and then the value of the user ID. But this time we have already applied the initialize with replacing, so the value will get changed for sure. Okay, then we are using stop run. So what stop run will do, it will stop the program execution here. Okay, so let's see how it will work. So I'll just simply take option file here, which will save and exit the code. Then we'll compile it, and after I compile, I'll call this. After we call this program, you will see before initialize is printed, then user ID is 0 0. Then some of you might be thinking like, why it is showing 0 0? We have not utilized initialize yet. Yeah? Yes, you are right, but by default value is also 0 0. But it's always better to use initialize in order to avoid garbage value. This thing we have already discussed, like why do we need initialize, all the scenarios related to initialize, right? So I hope it is clear. Now I'm pressing enter for checking the next line. So you can see next line is displayed, which is after initialize. Enter again, and this time it is showing user ID as 05, which means that the user ID variable is initialized with the value 5. Clear? So this is how we can utilize initialize with replacing in order to assign some value to the variable. And it is very important keyword. Why? Because in project there are various scenario where we are supposed to initialize the value with some numeric value, or you can say the default value. Okay, so let me press enter here, and I'll show you one more thing. Like, right, it is not always fixed that we have to use 5. If you initialize it, if you wanted to initialize it with 1, you can simply change it to 1 and just simply compile it and call it. After a call, you will see before initialize is 0 0, after initialize is 0 1. You got my point? So this is how we are supposed to utilize initialize keyword or a statement with replacing. Now what is the advantage of it? Just assume a scenario, there are you are creating one project, and there we are going to declare more than one variable, and where we want to initialize some value. So there are two ways. First one is value clause. We all know that, right? While declaring a variable itself, you can initialize the value. And the second thing is this, where we can utilize initialize keyword to assign the value. So as per your requirement, you can utilize any of them. Okay. So yeah, that's all for this session. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.